Hello and blessings, beautiful souls. Avalon here, Sarava and Axe. So you would not believe the day that I have had. I have tried to do this unboxing a number of times and I started out with the absolute best of intentions. I wanted to make it different. I wanted to make it creative. I wanted to be outdoors for a change because I have been cooped up in my tiny little cottage, which is over there, doing back-to-back readings. And I tell you, I just needed to be outside. I just wanted to get outside and just feel the sunshine, and it was a beautiful day. And so I started out filming somewhere over there, and this was early this morning. And then the dog started to attack my camera, and then the daughter came in with an issue. And so I packed up all my thingies and I jumped in my car and I went and found a nice little patch of greenery, shady greenery mind you, at the park. And no sooner had I got everything out, but a whole entire tribe of people came out of nowhere throwing the frisbee with barking dogs and screaming children, and I was just like, hey. So I headed back in, and I've been uber creative in there, but now that the sun is about to set, it's coming up to about 7 o'clock in the evening. It's summer here, so the sun won't set until about 10. And I thought that, I'm just going to get this done. I'm going to get this done because this was on my to-do list. This was on my to-do list. And when something is on my to-do list, I've got to get it done. So what are we doing today? Unboxing of December's Witch's Moon. What is the theme? The theme is Nature Guardian Spirit. Now I've got to tell you, this is a very timely appearance and theme, I have to say, because over the last couple of weeks it has been the holiday period and we have had so many guests drop in and grace us with their beautiful presence, and that has gotten us out and exploring nature and seeing the sights. And I stumbled across one of the absolute most beautiful places I have ever seen. It was a little short walk in the forest up Arve Road on the way to Hart's Mountain, and it was like a fairy wonderland. Cue B-roll of that fairy wonderland. Right, so now that we know the theme, let's get into it. What do we have in this wonderful little witch's moon? As the cool air makes strides through the dark, brilliant forest, it brings with it a sense of calm and connectedness. A connection that can only be found within the energy of nature's guardian spirit. As we ground ourselves upon the soil and reach out to the ancient tree spirits, we ask for understanding and solidity. We ask to be one with the roots and the branches, resonating such deep meaning in our lives and practice. As we shift into the upcoming months, we receive protection and wisdom from those that have been breathing the essence of magic for much longer than others. We have sourced, curated, and handcrafted the items in this collection over many moons to bring to you the one-of-a-kind tools that will allow you to connect to the great energy of nature's guardian spirit. So we have a hand-carved tree guardian spirit with power shell inlay, and that is this beautiful fella right here. Isn't he gorgeous? He is so sturdy. It's engraved in the back. It has a hanging hook here. It has the power shell inlay just here. And he has a beautiful cheeky energy. He's stable enough to stand on his own, I would say, but hanging it would be a really beautiful idea as well. And it says here within the notes that these very natural tree guardians have been ethically sourced from over 500 different species of fallen trees and branches. And each one has its own spirit. And so if you're interested in doing a little spirit work, if you're accustomed or you've been curious about merging plant consciousness from a more shamanistic perspective, then working with a beautiful totem like this, a beautiful energy, can be so absolutely enriching. And I love the look and feel of this one. I'm going to hang it up in my cottage, I think. Next we have the Cedar and Sage bundle. So I personally love the energy of cedar and sage when blended. Cedar has such an invigorating aroma and sage has such a cleansing energy. When the two are fused, you get this combination of powerful magical ingredients, and this is how I like to do it. Sometimes it's nice to use the singular note, like just the sage, just the Palo Santo, just the lavender, but sometimes it's really great and also effective as far as time and magical energy goes to combine certain ingredients to cover all the bases, and that's what I feel cedar and sage do together. They cover a multitude of bases. So yes, a lovely little smudge for purification. Great for you northern hemispheres, that's a word, and Yule. And we have Snowy here. Here. Come and say hello, Snow Boy. This is Snowy. Off you go. He's a little Jack Russell, and they make wonderful snake dogs. But every time I've come to sit down here, look, he's just out of control. Snow Boy. He did this to me earlier today. Next we have the Spirit of the Trees Sigil, which is this beauty right here. Now, I love me a good sigil, and every time I see a witch's moon sigil, I have sigil envy. I have sigil envy. In fact, sigil envy is something that Gordon and I often laugh about. So it's a thing, right? It is a thing. There it is. Now, what I would do with this is actually place it underneath some magical working, or utilize it to integrate further magical writing. I would probably put this in my journal, or do something with it that was constructive. And so let's have a little look at what it says. The grounding energy into your daily life. As you meditate with this energy, allow its intention to resonate with your subconscious. Place the symbol within your book of shadows, upon your altar, or beneath your sacred items to charge them with stability and strength. So, great. Then we have a hand-rolled Sanitatum Spiritus spell candle. And that is this beauty right here. Now, I absolutely love the candles that come in the Witch's Moon. They are made of rolled sheets of beeswax. They are infused with oils and they are sprinkled with herbs. However, if you are a fancy schmancy witch and you wanted to just make it your own just that little bit more, then you can actively unroll it and add a petition, add some more herbs to it, do your thing, and then roll it back up again and work with the candle that way. Keeping in mind, of course, that the more you add to this, the more you will increase its flammability. So just be careful if you do that. But it is something that I personally like to do, especially if I'm using it in spell work. But a lot of the times I use these types of candles on my reading table in my spirit work, and so I don't do too much with it other than anoint it. You know, every so often I'll throw a little something extra in there. But I love the smell of these candles. They never disappoint. The smell of beeswax, it just puts me in a ritual mindset. And there is that as well, you know. There are just some scents within the wonderful world of witchery that just puts you in a magical mindset. For some, that could be sage. For others, it could be frankincense. For others, it could be beeswax, you know, the smell of charcoal discs, you name it. There are just, it's a trigger. It's a trigger. Then we have the Tree Guardian Magical Oil. And that is this bad boy right here. And let's have a little sniff. That's it's really perplexing. It's got like a pine kind of a smell with an undertone of sweetness. Let's have a little read about what's in it. We have enchanted this magical oil with sandalwood, cedarwood, pine, and juniper berry oils, and have included white oak bark, birch bark, willow bark, and cedar as well. And inside your oil you will find a Lumerian quartz, said to personify oneness. So inside here is a Lumerian. Oh, and it's nice. It is nice. I would actually have no problem anointing this beautiful brown candle with this particular oil. I think that these would go really beautiful together, honestly. And oh, the smell of it's kind of addictive. Yeah, I'm going to put it on myself. It says the base of it is sunflower, which is nice. Be careful if you're applying it to your skin. Then we have the Yule Sacred Salt. And you know, it genuinely makes me feel a bit sad that I don't have a bath. Nevertheless, I make do with these salts by using them in spell work, by sprinkling them on my doorstep, by cleansing my crystals. I put this stuff to really, really good use. There is a bee. There is a bee. No, leave me alone, bee. It's a proper bee. It's a proper bumblebee. This is what I mean. Like, it's the nature is out to get me. Then we have the rough lapis stone, which is right here. And lapis happens to be one of my favorite crystals. You will never ever see my sacred space without some kind of lapis presence. I find lapis to be extraordinarily magical in the sense that it really activates creativity, and it also helps to enhance your throat chakra, and that is something that me needs. And so I'm very excited to see this very rough piece, but a beautiful one nonetheless. Then we have the Forest Mist Incense, which is this lovely stick selection here. Oh, and it's lovely. It is so lovely. It doesn't match any of the fragrances that I have sniffed as of yet, but it is so good. Oh, what's in it? What's in it? Let's find out what's in it. Cinnamon. Notes of pine and cinnamon. Yes, I could smell notes of pine and cinnamon. Absolutely, yes. Then we have the herbs. And so we have birch bark. Yes. Then we have slippery elm. Yes. And then we have white oak bark. Okay. Purification, inception and fertility spells for birch bark. Slippery elm, halting words spoken badly about others. Ooh, it's a must-have for the witch's cabinet, they say. And then white oak, powerful protection agent. White oak bark is a companion needed for grand endeavors, removing negative energy and bringing the strength of willpower to any situation you may face. I love the written descriptives of the herbs. Then we have the personalized oracle reading, and this is Goose, inner knowing. You are a brave traveler. Your soul knows the way. There's more. There is more. And look at the backing of it. It's very beautiful. These are great for journaling. Then we have the parchment paper. Speaks for itself. And last but by no means least, the guardian tree. Artwork. These beautiful artworks. These are all my favorite colors. The browns, the greens, the turquoises. There's a little tree spirit right there. So lovely. And there you have it, beautiful souls. That was December's Witch's Moon and the Guardian Nature Spirit, or Nature Guardian Spirit. Which is it? God's sakes. Nature's Guardian Spirit. That's right. Now, I wanted to say that of late I have been connecting to a great deal of nature spirits through Spirits of Place and certain places that we have explored, as I have previously mentioned. And what I have found is that there is a tremendous amount of masculine energy down here, but there is also this really powerful and quite delicate strain of feminine energy. And these are hidden in some of the most spectacular formations in nature that I personally have ever seen. And I'm not the type of person that has traveled my whole life. I've never seen every corner of the world, but I have traveled, I have explored. Nature's kind of my thing. Trees are actually like quite a big thing for me. And I always go out of my way to find really beautiful places within nature. As an earth sign, I feel that I'm naturally called to some of these places. I don't know how to describe it. I always find myself in these incredible locations. And then when I ask other people, did you go to that place and see that thing? They're like, no, I've been to that place, but I never saw that thing. And I was like, sometimes nature puts on a show just for you. So there you have it, beautiful souls. Let me know what you thought of the nature's guardian spirit. And what was your favorite thing in this box? Let me know. Right, well, I am absolutely so stoked that I got to do this entire unboxing. Few interruptions, yes, a puppy, a husband, a bee, and now the sun is setting and it's time to, well, it's not really setting, it's just about to hide behind the tree line down there, and it's going to be nice. So I get to pack up now and congratulate myself for my tenacity, my perseverance. Which is very earth, isn't it? So I felt this a very themed earth one. Right, beautiful souls, so thank you so much for hanging out. I'm going to leave all the links to the amazing Witch's Moon in the description box below. And please look forward to more creative style unboxings of the Witch's Moon. I want to throw a little bit of a vloggy element into it. So let's see what I can come up with. I've got to put all my new tech gear to good use. So much love, many blessings. Mwah. Bye.